So I decided in my infinite enjoyment in Titan Souls, and since I was home during break and was able to play Titan Souls for a little bit, that I would give the Titan Soul achievements a try. You know, the specific Titans, and maybe no rolling challenge, which I hated having to do on PlayStation. I'm currently running it on PC right now, so you'll notice that well, to be honest, that's I'd probably unlock some achievements, but you can't see the notification, so what I just said was kind of stupid. Anyways, so I'm going to run through some achievements real quick, and I'm going to do my favorite one first, my favorite two first, actually. I'll save one for later, actually. So we're going to go to this guy. Also, I activated Truth, which means you'll be able to see the boss's names. I'm getting out of order here, but basically I'm going to do an achievement based solely on this Titan. And it'll go a little like this. Alright. That's called laser eye surgery. And basically what I did was I shot an arrow at him, which was here. The arrow landed here. He rolled forward, and he rolled here. And when he was rolled here, I held a split second before I pulled the arrow back, so that he would roll to where he is right now, and the arrow would hit him. And the achievement, eye surgery, basically means that I have to pull an arrow back to kill him. I'm really bad at explaining this stuff, aren't I? I'm also going to be doing some pretty solid editing, I'm assuming, hopefully. This next, by the way, that guy's name is Eyecube. I'm really bad at this, aren't I? I said that. This guy's name is Sludgeheart. And his achievement is actually one of the more tough ones, mainly because of how the game works it. In terms of, a lot of factors, actually. RNG mainly, which basically, manipulates where the heart is going to show up in the blob, and that affects the achievement in terms of what I gotta do here, and which is divide all possible divisions of Sludgeheart and then kill Sludgeheart. But I have to divide them all up first. And the most difficult thing about this is the fact that the sludges can quite easily gang up on you from different angles. That's pretty much it. Sludgeheart is notoriously difficult for being a piece of garbage, and basically because of his RNG, depending on which blob he splits up into, which one he goes into, makes it even tougher for like big, long-time players or professionals of this game or whatever you call them. It's also important to recognize that the blobs themselves, as soon as they get cut, they'll immediately jump again. Something about their jump counter resets as soon as they get cut in half. So it's important to recognize that when you cut them, they're going to jump immediately as soon as they land. And while that's cool and all, it also becomes a bit of a hassle. Mainly because these guys are terrible to work with. No sludges, please. You have to basically corral the sludges, because if they gang up on you, you're kind of done. Like this. Yeah, they can. The small ones can jump surprisingly far. Alright, I got them all except for the heart. Okay, so there's two left, two divisions left. It's important to keep them all divvied up. I believe I have them all. Now they're all circling me. Yeah, I got them all. I gotta beat Sludgeheart now. And that's the achievement. The achievement's called Slime Ball. And that's pretty much the hardest one of the 4 bosses that we're gonna fight now. Did I tell you guys I was bad at explaining achievement run-throughs? So each boss, I should explain, each Titan has one achievement associated with them. And the way to work around it is we're just running specifically each Titan's achievement. Well, most of them do. There's 2 that don't, and they're dumb. Alright, here's another boss that's kind of finicky. His name is Brainfreeze. And he works in a very strange way. Ah, crap, I missed it. Huh, funny. Alright. I'm bad. This is a really bad start. I gotta explain it. The achievement for this one, Brainfreeze, is to kill him with a flaming arrow. which is easy enough to do at the beginning, because you gotta thaw him out first. So it actually becomes quite easy. And it's just getting the actual arrow to hit him, because when you hit him with the arrow when he's on ice, he'll thaw out, and the flame will go out on the arrow, so you have to relight it. But the brain becomes very finicky when it's when it becomes unthawed. Oh, I missed my opportunity there. Sometimes you can cheap shot him too. The flame's gonna go out, yeah. The music's pretty nice though, I gotta give it credit for that much. Also, the brain can't hit me down here because of collision detection with the Titan, which is really nice to be honest. Got it. I'm so bad at. So basically, the achievement's called Brainfreeze, which is kind of dumb because it should have been called like Brain Burn or something. That would have been funnier, I guess. Basically, I pulled the arrow back when it was on fire, but the brain couldn't hit me because of collision detection, which is the developer's fault. Okay, so I'm gonna do something really dumb. So this is a new Titan. This is an old Titan. His name is Gol-iath, Gol-iath. And his shtick is that you can go outside the map. I talked about this in the main playthrough. And you can kill him by pulling an arrow back, and I've almost perfected that at this point. So you can see me kind of dragging the arrow back. I need to hit that right corner on the square. And I'm going to go outside the map, and I'm going to do some little tricks playing. Okay. So the achievement... So how I did that was... The achievement is called Shadow of the Colossus, where you have to pull the arrow back and kill him. And what I did was I timed the intervals at which he's raising his fist. And I did it so when he slammed his fist down, I pulled my arrow back where exactly it needed to be, on that corner of the square where I placed it. And it directly hit him, because when he switched his hand off, it just hit him there. That is just timing, basically. Also, you can see his hand is clipping through a texture. That's kind of weird. I'm such an idiot. I should have shown you something cool, where basically... two cutscenes can happen at the same time, where this door will open and you collect the soul from the Gol-iath. They'll happen at the exact same time if you go close enough to the door when you're collecting the soul. It's a nice small little thing, but it's still really funny as hell. I'm messing this all up, aren't I? Alright, let's keep going. I'm gonna do a good hand, like a couple more. Yeah, a couple more. Am I lost? What the hell? Shouldn't be lost. Alright, so assuming I cut this out all right and everything, edited it out, you didn't watch me just run through the world for like 5 minutes there getting lost. So it's important to recognize that this enemy, his name is Gol-hevel, Gol-hevel, has no achievement associated with him. So we get rid of him immediately. Oh, Gol-hevel's giving me a little bit of an issue today apparently. There's no achievement associated with him, and there's not a really good reason why, other than the fact that it seems like the developers kind of made him last minute. Gol-hevel, come on, stop giving me slack here. Stop giving me crap here. You're supposed to be easy. Gol-hevel, you're embarrassing me. You never get to listen to Gol-hevel's music so much, and it's understandable also why he doesn't have an achievement, because there's not really a lot to work with him. Come on. Gol-hevel, give me... You've killed me more than any other Titan has so far. You're supposed to be the easy one. There we go. Alright. As embarrassing as that is, we'll move on. We'll move on. Pretend that didn't happen. Alright, we're gonna move on to this next guy, called the Unknown Titan, or some people call him the Mountain. It's also important to know that he's also doesn't have an achievement associated with him. I'm just killing him just to get him out of the way, but I will show you an exploit in the game. But yeah, the two Graveyard Titans are the only Titans in the game, if you don't count Truth, that have achievements based on them. But technically Truth has an achievement just for beating him, so So yeah, Gol-hevel and the Unknown Titan are kind of not picking up their slack, apparently. Alright, so I'll explain it beforehand, but basically, you can exit the game as soon as you get the Titan Soul, so you don't have to trek back down the mountain. You'll spawn back at the checkpoint, and the thing about it is the game will recognize you got the Titan Soul, so it doesn't make a difference. It's basically just a quick way to get off here, and also is a time saver for people who usually do the speed running of 20 minutes or less. So I'll show you right now what I mean. So we're out of here, and basically we're gonna go back, and the game will have kept our progress. You can tell by these two orbs being glowing up on the checkpoint. Sorry. And that's it. That's just a quick way to get off there, and you save about, I don't know, half a minute usually, maybe more, by taking that path instead of just walking down the big Titan. It proves even more how worthless he is, unfortunately. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next two, some of my two interesting ones. We'll move on to the treasure chest mimic first, because this achievement is actually pretty straightforward. And I'm gonna explain it beforehand, and basically, whenever this Titan attacks, his name is Avarice, by the way, like another word for greed. How smart are the developers? And basically, his achievement is for him to produce, quote-unquote, 50 coins. And what's interesting about that is that the coins don't have to stay on the field, even though the field's big enough to have them. He just needs to produce them. So it's really easy. You basically just have to lead him around the map for a while he does his thing. And then you can kill him afterwards, but you don't have to kill him. You just have to let him produce coins more and more. That's also a nice little glitch that just happened right there. Sometimes there's parts of the map of this area, this battlefield, that won't allow coins to land on it, so the coins just won't appear. The game will literally just despawn the coins as soon as they show up, because of the fact that the game doesn't want coins in unnecessary areas. It causes too much issues. Also, you're noticing that if Avarice lands on the coins themselves, they disappear, and that's just, I guess it's just the way for the stage to stay clean. Yep, there it is. There's the achievement. Cash money. So now we're done. Joke's on him. I already got the achievement. I was just doing that for fun. So now we're just gonna kill him real quick. I'm gonna cut to the part where I kill him. Alright, achievement done. What's also interesting to know, it's a small minor detail, that while most gates in this game, most boss doors, will go away immediately, this one actually doesn't go away until after the boss ends. Like after the soul collection ends, and the gate will slowly lift up, which basically means it had more work to put into it than the other bosses. And I always find that really funny for some reason. I don't know why, I just find it really humorous. Slowly moves up and I'm stuck until it goes up. There we go, done. We're gonna move on to Knight Elhanan. And he's this nice big guy up here, and his achievement's a little tricky, but honestly, if you can fight Elhanan well enough, it's not hard. But Elhanan works pretty straightforward in the sense that the achievement is you have to destroy all 6 pillars or have them destroyed by Elhanan, and then you have to kill him afterwards. Now what's interesting about this is that the pillars themselves take 2 hits, and the second hit will have the arrow break through. Like that. Which sounds like it's kind of easy, but at the same time, those pillars are the only thing that protect you from the arrows, so it makes it difficult in the sense that if you don't know how to fight Elhanan, it makes the game kind of tough. Keep in mind that both the arrows that he shoots and this mega arrow... Okay, we're gonna pretend I did something important there. We'll skip on. It's important to recognize that the arrows that he shoots in the super arrow, the small arrows and the super arrow, deal the same amount of damage to the tower, so one or the other will destroy it, but that requires 2 hits. Unless you're playing in hard mode, in which case it'll immediately destroy the tower. Which makes hard mode actually easier to do this achievement in a technical sense. Yeah, see, it's pretty straightforward. Ugh. Is the arrow stuck up there? I've never seen that before. Looks like the arrow must have hit an open spot in the coding, or in the texture layout, and just like got stuck on top. I've never seen that before. Are you kidding me? Ugh. Stupid arrow. Alright, the achievement is called Demo Man, and that's one of the more difficult ones, mainly because of the fact that Elhanan is an aggressive beast, and you gotta give him props for being such a great fighter, honestly. He's one of the favorite Titans because of how fun and entertaining he is compared to all the others. He's not aggressive, but his ability to keep laying fire onto you really makes him formidable, honestly. He's one of the tougher ones in my opinion, but one of the more fair, tougher ones. Alright, now this boss is a little, not hard. Actually beating him is quite easy. I could do it right now, but for the achievement, this guy's name is Obello, and the achievement is to be under the effect of his spores for about 30 seconds in total. And that gets a little difficult when you see what I have to do. So, these are the effects of the spores. Basically, when those spheres that come out of him explode, they leave little particles out that you have to collect. You can't touch the actual spores themselves or else they'll kill you, but the particles that come off of them will allow you to stay under the effect of the spores. Now this is important to realize that you don't have to stay under the entire time. You can come out of the effect of the spores and then go back under, as long as it's for a combined 30 seconds. Like right there. Alright, the achievement just got hit, and it's called Drug Trial. And we're done. Obello was his name, and he's done now. Now that achievement's actually kind of important to practice with, because for doing a hard mode, it's actually almost required. It actually is required for you to go under the effect of the spores in order to defeat him, which is actually really fun. But now we're moving on to the last boss, which is well, it's Vinethesis, which is the other plant-based monster. Now, Vinethesis' achievement is actually quite easy when you do it in practice over and over again. The achievement is to cut off all the thorns on him to the base, so that means you can't leave anything behind. And this gets actually legitimately easy the more you practice with it. Oh, jeez. Keep in mind that the thorns that are on the floor can still be put into contact and will hurt you, will kill you immediately. You have to beat them off at the stem, so that means that basically requires you to be extremely precise with your shots. Keep in mind the poison will keep following you, so you have to just keep avoiding it. And he will never reset his vines either, so that when they're gone, they're gone. The only time they reset is when you shoot into his mouth when he's inhaling, and he casts you the arrow and you pull off his face to reveal the weak spot. That's it. Alright, I need just one more. There's literally just one left on him, and he's being really crude about it. Come on. Reveal your weak point, foul demon. Come on. Achievement done. Short back and sides, which is a reference to cutting with hair. Now we can kill ourselves. The achievement's been completed. We can beat the Vinethesis normally now, which I'll do right now. Alright, so this was all of the Titan-related achievements, part 1 for the, technically the graveyard as well, but the training ground, the first 4, the graveyard, the ruins, and the jungle. And this basically just leaves behind the mountain, the volcano, and the final 2, which are the 2 hardest achievements to get. The final 2. Not the hardest achievements in general to get, the hardest Titan-based achievements to get. They're quite a doozy, so I'll see you then. Yeah, take care. Bye.